What? How you all doing? I've only got half a glove because I'm sorting out my burn. Look. I don't know if you can see it very well. Look. It's kind of seal shaped. You and I need to have a chat because I released a video a day or two ago. So as of today, I released it yesterday. And then there's going to be yesterday, is going to be today. And now this will be tomorrow. Time travel. Fantastic, isn't it? And I said in that video, specifically, it's not about depression. Okay? However, people seem to miss the message. I have been told that was incredibly vague. Yes, it was. It's vague because I couldn't really just pull out a mate's name or someone's name and thing and go carte blanche on it. I didn't have that kind of access, you know what I mean? It's not my story to tell. I couldn't exactly go, hey yo, such and such happens in the past and here's an example. My mate, blah, killed 15 people and to make matters worse, stuck his penis in a hot dog. Ah, no! And then all of a sudden the old Bill called me up and go, hello mates, we hear that one of your mates has done 15 people in and there just so happens to be those 15 unsolved murders in your town. And I'll be like, get out of it! Because it's not my groove, so I kind of threw my own stuff in vaguely because the stuff wasn't the point. The content really wasn't the point. The wrapping around it wasn't so much the point. The point was the title. We are all the same. And the idea, realistically, don't judge a book by its cover. Clearly, I didn't make that as clear as I'd hoped I did. It did turn into quite a fluff piece. Could have been 7 minutes. Let's see if I can get this down to around 7 minutes, and then we'll get to my day. Because anyone that knows me personally will know I don't believe in things you can't choose, things you didn't choose. So, race, gender, hair colour, eye colour, that just none of this stuff, trivial fluff, matters to me. None of it at all. I will judge you purely on the quality of your character, unless we are playing a magical game of Guess Who. Or who. What is it Americans call it? The thing where you have to pick people out on the board and flip them down when they don't match the card or whatever. That. If I'm trying to pick your ass out in a crowd, then we start worrying about the other little bits. But outside of that, none of it matters. Doesn't matter at all. Not at all. In many key areas, we are the same. We're the same. We are just the same. So many people pick on those things that I say don't matter, but we are all the same. We all have hang-ups and all that kind of stuff. We all have regrets. Most of us have regrets. And I feel that it's how you deal with those moments that will define you. And it was interesting because I actually spoke to Divine today, who, bless him, checked in to see if I was doing all right after yesterday's vlog. He kind of got my message. And I was like, well, this is what I was trying to say. And what I'll do is I will read it to you based on what I said to old Divine. And because I'm too old, I can't actually fucking see it. Because, I've got experience, people, as old as fuck. Right? Here's my groove. This is how I think, okay? We all have amazing potential. We are capable of doing unbelievable things, making the impossible possible. From time to time, we lose sight of that potential. But that's okay, because no matter what, it's always there. It's always there. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You can achieve great things as long as you believe you can. And that's not to say that things are going to be easy. It's not to say that things will always go your way. You can and will make uncountable, unbelievable mistakes. But that's okay. You'll be happy. You'll be sad. We all feel the same because we all have that same potential. Just because someone has more money, less money, whatever, they could still have the insights, the advice that you need. They might have that slightly different perspective you need. We really are all the same. The layers might be different. This outside stuff. But inside we're all the same. Okay? We all have hang-ups, but we are all the same. We share the same emotions. Okay? There's variables in it. There's variables in everything. And realistically, I'm saying don't judge a book by its cover. Okay? Just because you see a rich man doesn't mean he doesn't know what it's like to live in poverty. Just because you see a poor man doesn't mean that they don't know what it's like to be rich and successful. You don't know what got them to where they are. So they might have the insight that you need. And that's what I was trying to say yesterday. That there have been times when I have spoken to my friends and by looking at me, because we don't come with a fucking character sheet. We don't come with a sheet with bullet points on it to say what we're good at or to say what our life experiences are. People just look at you and they will go by what they see. And there have been times when I have bumped into people who I haven't seen in years and all of a sudden they'll drop a comment. Not a nasty comment, they will just make a comment about something going on in their life. And then, I don't know, I'll chime in and go, oh yeah, no mate, this is what you got to do. Don't worry about it, this is fine. I've had to do that too. This is fine. And I had that recently. I've had that very recently. And they were like, whoa, hang on, what? I was like, yeah, that's fine, man, it's not a big deal. And they ended up doing the maths and they're like, wait, shit, you're my age. You've got a 13-year-old? It's like, yeah, I've done this age. I did this ages ago. Don't worry about it. Like, I can, I can give you some advice if you need it. That's what I'm getting at. We're all the same. They may come at things from a completely different perspective, They might come at things from a completely different angle or way of life or whatever. But I still had the insight to help them out. The rich man might have come from poverty, might have worked his way up from a penniless home. The homeless man might have been the rich businessman that for one reason or another lost it all. You never know until you ask, until you scratch that surface and ask. So, yeah, we are all the same. Doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're fat, you're thin. Doesn't matter what your skin colour is, Oh mate, I've got a fantastic education, I drive a nice car, I've got a nice house. None of that matters. The answer you seek, well, you might find it in the most random of places, but just, go with it. And how you deal with your failures will define you as a human being. You learn more from failures than you do successes, so just keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. So when you stop, it's over. You failed. It's done. There's no failure unless you actually stop. So don't. There you go. I got that done in 10 minutes rather than 17. That's not to say that in yesterday's video I said how there's some really hardcore heavy stuff going on. It's not to say we're not having a hard time here right now. We are. There's lots of shite going on right now. And I want this month in the bin as fast as possible. Health stuff. I've got hospital appointments later on this month. We've got funerals to go to. We've got a funeral to go to. Today, you know, the wife and I had to go to the doctors and have checkups and things for, you know, just a little bits and bobs. But you can't let that stuff dominate your life. You gotta keep going. Those are just little things, stepping stones. There's always more to do. There's always more to give. You can't just quit. Yeah, because we were just going to get the wife's bloods done. She doesn't like needles, bless her, so I went with her. And we're sorting out getting the kiddly dinks to school, because the school is on the opposite side of town and we don't drive, so I've got to get all my paperwork in order so I can get my license sorted, so I can actually be a real person, because right now I'm basically a Mexican in the UK. You didn't? Yeah. I feel like I'm a Mexican that's hopped the border, because I have no paperwork. Since February, I've got nothing. I don't exist, except you're listening to me anyway. And we've had a relatively chill day. I haven't really got much by way of motivation to get anything done right now, because like I said, I just want this month over. We've got so many appointments coming up. Some of them are quite important. Frankly, I don't think we're going to get anything out of them. But I'm doing them, going to them anyway, just to keep the peace. Now I've added a shit ton of stuff on. Let's call this done. Only other thing to note is my son has had an Oculus Quest 2 for... I don't know, when was... What we're in the middle of July. It's out for about 2 weeks, and he's already got stick drift on the left controller. So I'm going to have to either look into a replacement or look into repair. Although I'd rather not, because I've heard they're a nightmare to repair, or send it back to Meta and see what they'll do. We've now tacked on some extra minutes to the message I don't really think anyone cares about. But, I hope you're all well. If anyone has anything they want to vent about, by all means, come to me. I will listen. You never know. I might have the answers you seek, or might be able to give you some advice to settle your mind about some things going on. Who knows? You might even have the stuff that I need. You might even have the fizz that I need. I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Mate, if you're not depressed, you ain't paying attention. But that's not the end of the world. Until it is. See ya.